Hi again, everyone, and welcome to Adventures in Parenting 30 Days to Becoming a Better Parent. My name, once again, is Julie Flaherty, and I want to welcome you all to day 11 in our 30 Day series. And I'm going to talk today about reading definitions. And I know I promised you interviews, they're coming. I've got interview scheduling issues, so we're going to schedule them as quickly as we possibly can. We've got people in and out of the house and dogs barking, and it's a typical Thursday night around here. So I don't know about you guys, but it's kind of all heck's breaking loose, and we're going to see what's going to happen as we go on today. I will move as quickly as possible today so I can let you go and enjoy your Thursday evening. We're going to talk about reading definitions today, and what I mean by reading definitions, I'm not going to define reading, but I am going to talk about the skills that go along with reading. So that would be more along the auditory analysis portion or auditory processing portion of reading. And what that has to do with, and the skills involved with that, are segmenting, decoding, and blending. Okay, so I'm going to describe those things to you and define them. Okay, here we go. Blending is taking sounds and putting them together. Segmenting is doing the exact opposite, taking sounds or taking words and pulling them apart into sounds. Decoding is deciding what sounds go together to make a word. All right? So let's think about it this way. When we're younger and we're learning to read, we do it in a Seussian way. We rhyme a lot and we sing song. And for example, I use this example a lot. It sounds very rhymey, like the man in the van ran with the fan. Okay, so we're taking sounds and so the word van, and then we're taking the sound off and putting on for fan, taking that sound off and putting an earth sound on for ran. So think about it in that kind of a way. We've got sounds and we shove them together to make a word, right? Okay. So as we get older and we start reading to learn as opposed to learning to read, that gets more complex. It's the same principle, like they went over there to see what those men were doing in the back of that car. Same thing. I'm taking sounds and taking them away, and I'm adding on new sounds, whether that's in the front of the word or the back of the word. So it's the same thing. So I'm either going to break a word down to sound it out. I'm going to blend the word or the sounds back together to make a word. But in the meantime, I have to take all those sounds and I have to decide what codes or sounds go together to make a word complete. And that sounds very simple, but that's where phonetic readers and memorized word readers, that's where we separate the men from the boys, so to speak. So if you're a list person and you can memorize words, that's great. But you really should learn how to decode them and break them down. Otherwise, when you get to a word you don't know, you're going to skip it until you can look it up. So that could take, or you're going to insert a word that has nothing to do with the story. For example, if I'm reading a story about going to Grandpa's farm, but let's just say for the sake of argument, I don't know the word farm, and I can't sound out the word farm, so I insert the word house or condo. I'm going to Grandpa's condo to go see his cows so he can show me how to milk them. Changes the story quite a bit, and that's a condo I never want to go in. It's an exaggerated sample, but it's still valid. And I see it happening all the time. Kids get to a word and they just throw in a word that they don't know, but it starts with the same letter. Or it should be in the story, they just didn't put it in. Well, you can't read like that. It ends up looking like or sounding like they're staggered or stuttered, or if you've ever read a declassified document, okay, it's a line of information and then blacked out, and then a line of information and blacked out. So they're only getting chunks of information when they do that. If you have blending, decoding, segmenting issues or deficits, you're reading like a classified document. You're getting chunks of information, but not all the information. So that makes it difficult to clarify what you're reading or learn anything. So when you go from learning to read to reading to learn, you're missing chunks of information if you have deficits in blending, segmenting, and decoding. All right? So that's the quick lesson of the day. Thanks for coming to see me on day 11. Very quick day, like I said. I'm going to let you get back to what's going on in your life. I'm going to find out what that dog is barking at in the background. My guess is it's the farmer that lives behind us, but we'll see. I don't know. Hard telling. In the meantime, you guys know the rules by now. The comment box is down below here on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, it's also down below. You can email me at julie.flaherty@gmail.com. So you know how that goes. And in the meantime, you guys have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you in day 12. Talk to you later. Bye.